Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumainia Cassie Lang Build-A-Figure Wave, and in particular we are taking a look at the Ant-Man figure, Scott Lang. Now this is the only figure in the wave that doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, so let's jump in and take a look at the figure in a bit more detail. Now he does come with a couple of bits, even though he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. He comes with two alternate hands, like an open palm hand and a pointing finger hand, which is quite cool, bit different, and it also comes with an unmasked head. Now I have to say this has got to be the best unmasked Paul Rudd head that we've had in Marvel Legends. It just looks very much like him. It's got that kind of 5 o'clock shadow as well. It's just a very cool unmasked head. Now of course you can use this on an older figure if you wish to do so, or of course you can use it on this one. Now the actual figure itself is really nice, I must admit. It's really detailed, it's all pinless in the arms and the legs, and the details are just spot on. It really does look good. Now he's got the kind of clear glass on the visor, so you can see the eyes underneath the visor as well, and the articulation on him is really quite good. These newer figures that have got the pinless technology do tend to have very good articulation, so I'm not really going to go into a huge amount of detail, but you can get him into a whole bunch of different poses. Now the one thing that I can't comment on is I don't know completely how accurate this costume is to the screen. I've not actually done a check, but from what I remember this is pretty accurate to how he looked in the movie. Now of course this is an updated suit, so it's a different one than he had in the Avengers Endgame and Infinity War films, and of course a different one than he had in the original two Ant-Man films. So if you're a collector of MCU, you can pick this one up even if you do have an Ant-Man on your shelf, because he does look different. Now I was going to pull the others out and do a side-by-side comparison, but I thought, you know what, it's probably not worth it because this is very different to those previous versions. As I said, this one is completely pinless and it is the updated suit. Now the unmasked head looks just as good as the masked head in my opinion, and I'm actually a little bit confused as to which one I'm going to use for my display, because this really is a very good Paul Rudd likeness. Now I said at the beginning of the video this is the only figure in the wave that doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. That tends to be the case with the Marvel Legends waves. There's always a figure in there that doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, so you can buy that on its own, or if you are just building the Build-A-Figure you don't need to pick this one up. But they're quite clever with who they put that piece with, so obviously being Ant-Man and him being the title character in the film, it makes sense for them from a business point of view to not include a Build-A-Figure piece with this one, because this is the one that most people are probably going to go after and buy. Now this pointing finger, I can't remember if there's a particular point in the film where he points or uses that, but it is very in keeping with Ant-Man and his kind of tone of comedy, so to have something that's a little bit more expressionate is pretty cool. One of my gripes is there are so many different hands out there in Marvel Legends. It would be good if they actually just gave us all the different poses with all the different figures, because then we would have a whole range of motion and movement and stuff. Now with some other toy brands they do include a huge amount of different hands, so you can get him into a whole bunch of different poses, whereas he is quite limited. You've either got closed fists or you've got a pointing finger. So if you're not going to use the pointing finger, the only other option you have is a closed fist. So yeah, a little bit limited there, because you can't just have him in a vanilla pose if you've got that hand on. Now the actual helmet, I think in my opinion is the best of the Ant-Man helmets that we've had, the MCU Ant-Man helmets. It's very detailed, and as I said at the beginning, you can see the face underneath the mask. So if you look carefully through that red visor, you can actually see the eyes and the face as well, which is a nice little touch, and I'm really pleased that it's actually moulded under there and not just painted in. That could look really messy. But all in all, I think this is a really decent figure. It's very similar, if not identical, to how he looks in the movie. He's got really good articulation, he's completely pinless, he does come with an alternate head that is different to the ones previously, and his range of movement is really quite detailed. So as you can see here, he's got an ab crunch and a chest swivel. Doesn't have a waist swivel. He is an ab crunch and a chest swivel, but that does allow for you to get him into a whole bunch of different poses. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. Do check out my channel for other 5-minute figure reviews, including the rest of this wave and the Build-A-Figure. But in conclusion, the Ant-Man figure from the Quantumainia wave is definitely worth picking up in my personal opinion. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.